Hello. Normally, I put the ad reads at the back end of the podcast so that you can hear the good stuff and not have to listen to me shill pointlessly for 2 minutes. And just so you know, I do this intentionally in our production because even I object to commercials as much as the next podcast listener. However, at this moment, I would ask that you indulge me because I've got a book coming out on April 30th, 2022 on Amazon, and I'd like you to go ahead and place your order right now. The book's title is 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation for Intentional Leadership, and it's a collection of 13 essays on leadership. In the book, I address the 12 leadership areas that we have found leaders need to be the most effective in, and then I throw in an extra essay there at the back end. From establishing a foundation of leading teams through managing conflict effectively, all the way through leading teams through change, knowing what to do and why to do it, I believe can help you become a better leader. This book wasn't written just over the course of the last 2 years, and this isn't another fly-by-night leadership development book, here today and gone in the wind in the next month. 12 Rules for Leaders represents a continuation of the work we've been doing here at HSCT Publishing with our leadership training and development products and services, from Leadership Toolbox to Leading Keys, and it also represents the distillation of lessons we've learned, absorbed, and transmitted to others from training and developing around 15,000 managers and supervisors over the course of the last 10 years. This is no slouch of a book, but it's written in an easy-to-understand and easy-to-read direct format with practical tips that you can implement today, no matter your leadership problem, your leadership situation, or your leadership circumstances. It's kind of like getting coaching from me directly without having to pay my full coaching rate. I fundamentally believe that this is the book right now, for right now, because leaders like you are positioned to do great work during the truly revolutionary times we are living in, well, right now. And sometimes you need a book as a guide to help you through the work. So head on over to leadershiptoolbox.us and scroll down the homepage. Click on the link and add your name to the pre-order list for 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation for Intentional Leadership. And look for the book in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle format on Amazon on April 30th, 2022. By the way, we'll be talking about the rules in 12 Rules for Leaders in our podcasts, both the long and the short, throughout the months of May and June, so you don't want to miss out on that. And well, that was 3 minutes. So that's it for me. Out. Hello, my name is Jesan Sorrells, and this is the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast, Shorts. There's no co-host on Shorts. These are 6 to 8 minute observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now 6 to 8 minutes is better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. So something ironic is about to happen after that intro. But first, let me talk about some rules. There are rules that govern acts of leadership. There are rules that govern leadership. These rules aren't hard and fast. They can bend and be ambiguous. They can lead a leader into the gray areas of leadership, but they can also provide boundaries and guardrails and a compass, a map, and a territory for amateur leaders. Experienced leaders, academic leadership researchers, and well-meaning leadership consultants can disagree with the framing of these rules, but that disagreement doesn't make the rules any less valid or understandable. The rules that govern leadership are bounded in 12 areas, and if leaders know something about these rules, then they can adjudicate these 12 areas of leadership with compassion, discipline, purpose, and above all else, intentionality. What does it mean to be an intentional leader? An intentional leader is actively listening, fully engaged, and disciplined, clear in their thinking and speaking, self-aware of their faults, driven neither by avoiding blame for decisions or taking credit for successes, and is always ready emotionally to adapt to change when it comes. And it always inevitably comes. If that sounds or reads like pie in the sky to you, or an impossible task if you are currently a manager or supervisor, or if you are thinking about becoming one, well, that's because many well-meaning bosses, cultures, traditions, and even systems, processes, and relationships from your cradle to your current seat where you're listening to me right now have actually been lying to you about leadership for many, many years. It's time to stop the lying, and it's time to start telling the truth of leadership. It doesn't matter if you're leading a team of people to pick up trash by the side of the highway, or leading a team of executives through the airport. The truth of leadership is that it is hard, thankless, and very often the most fulfilling act you will ever take on. It is not for the faint of heart, nor is leadership for the command and control authoritarian, the passive, smug bureaucrat, or the arrogant, grasping social climber. Intentional leadership requires a person, a leader, to be aware, thinking, and on all the time. There's no autopilot function here. So to get all that across, and to get these rules across, I wrote a book out now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and via a number of other digital outlets. The title of this book is 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation of Intentional Leadership. And you can also get it print on demand in hardcover and paperback. This book is not easy to read. It will challenge you, but I want you to know that this book was not easy to write. And by the way, the irony of writing a business book while hosting a podcast about learning from literature rather than business books is not lost on me in the least. But I firmly believe that this is the book for leaders, like the ones listening, subscribing, and downloading this podcast, and of course, reading my posts, engaging with me online, sending me private emails and private messages, talking to me in person, and stopping me at trainings. I believe that this is the book right now for those leaders who are seeking to come out of the shadows, because quite frankly, innocuous leaders coming from places that they believe don't matter really need a manual. They need a guide. They need a map. They need a compass direction to show them where to go and to outline what the territory actually looks like, or to confirm the direction that they're already heading in is correct, or that the direction they're heading in is incorrect and they need to get back on the leadership path. And all without tall tales, mythic examples, or any sort of lying. If you're interested, go pick the book up and continue to listen to our shorts for the remainder of this month. We will be talking and delving into these 12 rules on our shorts episodes, starting with the rules, or the rule, around managing conflict. And that's it for me. Listen and subscribe to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast on all the major podcast players that you listen to, including iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and of course, Spotify. And leave a 5-star review if you like the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast. Look, we need those reviews to grow, and it's the easiest way that you can help us actually grow this show. And of course, tell all your friends. If you want to get started down the leadership path, our products from HSCT Publishing can help you and your team do that. So check out our training webinars, our coaching services, and more at leadershiptoolbox.us, and check out our video-based subscription service at leadingkeys.com. We've got books that will help you and your team grow. So pick up a copy today of My Boss Doesn't Care, 100 Essays on Disrupting Your Workplace by Disrupting Your Boss. And subscribe to the Little Red podcast we launched earlier this year with the same name as this Little Red book. My Boss Doesn't Care, 100 Essays on Disrupting Your Workplace by Disrupting Your Boss. And of course, pick up my most recent book, 12 Rules for Leaders, the Foundation of Intentional Leadership, written with Bradley Madigan. You're going to want to pick up a copy of that in April 2022. And you can get both of these books in paperback, hardcover, or as ebooks on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and any other place you order books on demand. Finally, we are on YouTube, or I'm on YouTube, or someone around here is on YouTube. So like and subscribe to the video version of the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast on the HSCT Publishing channel on YouTube. Just search for HSCT Publishing on YouTube and hit the subscribe button to get updates every single time we upload a new video, which we do that at least once a week. And subscribe to the Jesan Sorrells Presents Audio Experience podcast. Yes, I have 3 podcasts on YouTube where I talk more casually with a wider range of people about all matters that matter in the world today. Everything from fatherhood to criminal justice, Christianity to artificial intelligence. We cover the entire plethora of things that are floating around in my mind, and that's why it's called an audio experience. All right, well, that's it for me. Out.